So this is interesting. YouTube would not allow me to go live last night, but it's allowing me to go live right now. This is just a little test stream. Oh, look at that bad boy right there. Oh, yeah, it's interesting. So last night, John Crump and myself and Flying Rich were preparing to do a live stream. And usually we do our streams together. We'll do, myself and Flying Rich and Crump will go live on all of our channels. Well, last night when we were going live to discuss the FOAC response to the Pennsylvania ghost gun bill, it wouldn't let me go live. Now, I don't know if this was an issue with StreamYard or the streaming software that we use talking to YouTube. So if you guys were following, Tuesday night, my live stream was taken down by YouTube. What's up, gentlemen? Fire Rider, Deformed Baby, I Want to Ride. What's up, man? So on Tuesday, we were doing a live stream, and my stream was taken down. It was removed from YouTube, and I just assumed that I would have gotten a strike, but I did not. This was funny enough. It was 2 hours and 46 minutes into the stream, very long stream, and it said that I broke the firearms terms of service at 2 hours and 1 minute. So it took 45 minutes for them to find this violation. So, Ting Ting, Zanti, what's up? DJ Play Nice, good to see all you guys. Oh my, a stream I'm awake for. I know, it's crazy. I actually didn't even plan on going live. I was just testing to see if I could stream. If you notice a little bit of a difference, this is not my typical setup. I'm literally streaming from my phone, and it's, vertical as opposed to horizontal on a higher quality camera. Anyway, the important thing here is this. On Tuesday, on my live show, I got taken down because they said I broke the firearms terms of service. Now, I held up a slide, a stripped slide, and honestly, just because, you know what, I won't do it. I was going to say, just because, it's okay. I'll put that aside. I won't hold it up again. Anyway, I held up a stripped slide. It was a stripped SIG 365 slide, and I was just explaining some parts. That's it. I didn't hold up any firearms. I didn't handle any firearms. Well, naturally, YouTube, because they have absolutely no idea what they're looking at when they're looking at anything firearm related. If they only knew what that 365 fire control unit was, right? Anyway, they took down my stream 45 minutes later, and they said, you violated our terms of service. And I immediately asked for an appeal. Yeah, I appealed it, and I said, this was not a firearm. I literally held up a slide, and surprisingly, if you go back there, my stream is up. They granted me the appeal. I know this is crazy, and all DLD After Dark, this is history in the making. YouTube said, Dark, you're right. You did not hold up a firearm. Our apologies. Allow us to please reinstate your stream. We know we can never bring back that moment where you had 75 people in one place at one time for 2 hours and 46 minutes, but it's okay. We'll give you this back. They reinstated my content. But then when I went to go live the next day, it said, unfortunately, YouTube is not allowing you to go live at this time. I was like, what? It literally said in the email, but don't worry, we realize you may have done this by accident. This will not impact your channel. You will not be given a strike. You will not blah, 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 right? Well, I reached out to YouTube. I spoke to a human being at YouTube. How crazy is that? Looks like your boy DLD is getting a little more important, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding, I'm not. I have like 4,500 subscribers. Anyway, I reached out to them. I actually had a real conversation with somebody at YouTube, and they said, okay, we'll look into it. That was yesterday. So their first response was, I need a little bit more time to look into this. I need 5 minutes. Guys, do me a favor, like the stream too. Give a little thumbs up love if you could. That would mean so much to me. Bam. Oh, I forgot I'm not on the camera. It won't do it. Anyway, okay, sorry. So um what was I talking about? I get sidetracked easily. Yeah, thanks for liking up the stream, y'all. Thank you. Look at you guys, man. Dang. I can literally see it when I go live on YouTube. I can see all of the things. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate. Oh, look at y'all. Y'all know my self-esteem is directly connected to all this. So, I'm just playing. Shout out to whoever knows who said that. And shout out to KeyASC for giving me this dope OTF bottle opener. Love it. Anyway, so I hit them up and they said, we'll need 5 minutes to look into this. I said, okay, perfect. I'll wait. And then 5 minutes goes by. The woman, Kay, responds back to me and she says, DLD, thank you so much for waiting. I'll need another 5 minutes to look into this. I said, okay, great. Take your time. Another 5 minutes goes by. She responds, I'll need the evening to look into this. We need to escalate it and talk to some, higher ups or whatever. I was like, oh. I said, okay, well, tell me this. Does my channel currently have any violations? Because the only reason I could think that I wouldn't have, the ability to stream is if there was violations that I was not made aware of yet. Maybe I hadn't gotten the email. You guys saw firsthand. You literally saw firsthand. Man, this is so dope. I can see all the emojis on this, man. You guys are incredible. Jeff Cron, Jackson, what's up, player? Safety Haba. There's humans at YouTube. I know, I can't believe it. Good to see all you guys, man. Miss y'all, love y'all. So anyway, I said, are there any channel violations that I'm not aware of? I mean, you guys saw this firsthand. Remember when all of us were getting notified that oh my goodness, Erica, CRS Firearms' wife, was not notified that she had been demonetized on YouTube, but we had all gotten notifications of your channel membership is being paused on this channel. So sometimes you find out through other resources that you're banned or canceled or demonetized before you're banned or canceled or demonetized. And then later on, you get an official email from YouTube. So I was thinking it must be a situation like that, but it didn't seem like it. So then I finally heard back from YouTube today, and they said, we're going to escalate this even further. We need a little bit more time to look into this. I'm like, dude, come on. So it's been about 24 hours, and I said, you know what? Let me see if I can go live. Let me just give it a shot. Thank you all for the DLD emojis, man. I appreciate that, man. You guys are incredible. Shooting Gallery, what's up, player? Fire Rider, my guy. You seem to be more at ease on Rumble, bro. You ain't lying. On Rumble, I can do and say whatever I want. It's Fluffy Bunny, what up? I could literally just grab, man, if y'all had any idea what is just like laying on my desk / workbench area, like I can literally just grab anything at any time and pop up with some crazy stuff. Or I could even bust out a signature series combat Truden. I'm just saying, you never know what I'm going to come out the woodwork with. Bow. Look at that. Woo! Hellhound. Anyway, yeah, Microtech for the win. Man. Anyway, yeah, it's tough, man, because a lot of people say I stay on YouTube for the reach. I stay on YouTube because no one's on Rumble, and that's just not the case anymore. I'll typically have like 50, 60, 70, sometimes 80, 90 people in chat, like solid, retaining them through the entire stream, right? And then I'll end up with like 300 to 500 people watching it over the first 2-3 days. On Rumble, I'll go live on Rumble. I'll have like 150, 160, sometimes more people in chat carrying them almost the entire length of the stream. and then have 1,000 views. It's crazy. So this whole thing of people saying like, I would switch to Rumble, but the people just aren't there. The views just aren't there. It's not necessarily true anymore. So um, DLD got all the toys. Don't forget, if you want to keep it budget, tack knives all day. Those are my peoples. Honestly, that's what I got. A grip load in front of me right now. Look at that beauty right there. And yes, if you use code DARK, you get 20% off. I'm just saying. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, my fear is that, not fear, something that I've considered is that I just may not have been made aware of a potential channel violation. And they may come back and be like, yeah, well, you got a strike and you can't. But that's why I did this test stream to see if I could even go live. So it looks good, DJ Play Nice, Robert Ribbit Harrison, what's up, y'all? Ting Ting, Mike McClune, the Goon, good to see y'all. Tech Money, brother, what's up? Fluffy Bunny, Moose 47, Mr. BS, what's up, fam? Zanty Misfit. Jackson, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Yo, a Tonto. You want to see the Tonto? Now, this is a clone, so don't get too excited. This is a clone, okay? But check this out. Tonto to the fullest. Woo! This thing is, this thing is fire. Sweep! Look at that beauty right there. But man, I love all these knives. These tack knives have been awesome. But man, there is just not much better. Oh, bro. That Signature Series Microtech. All right, you ready? Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I know. I got a couple other Microtechs over here. Let me show y'all. Hold on. All right. So here's another Microtech. This is that John Wick. All blacked out hardware, blacked out button, blacked out glass breaker, blacked out clip, everything. Now this is a little more unique. It's I think they call it a -2. Because it's the dagger. So the way the direct deltas come and the Diracs come, they only come in dagger blades, which I would really like to see some single-edged models, mostly because it's technically illegal to carry a dagger blade concealed in Virginia, but whatever. The Dirac Delta is a larger blade, and this also is usually you have either fully plain or fully serrated, or you'll have one side serrated, one side plain. The -2 is both sides, half serrated, half plain. This thing is fire. This is the John Wick. I actually have the John Wick coins, the silver rounds to go with them too. I got like 4 of them. I actually got a John Wick little bar too. It's a dope little setup. Little set, but this thing is no joke. So this is one, and then my favorite is that Microtech Stitch. You ready? 1, 2, 3, yeet! Bro, this is I forgot who it was. I think it was T for Tejas. He was like, yo, that is like a Meg shark tooth, dude. It's insane. I mean, look, one of the reasons that I consider carrying Microtech sometimes is if John Crump, what's up, brother? I was just telling him the whole story about. Look, I haven't even heard back from YouTube yet, other than them asking for more time to elevate it to other people. But if you're carrying a Microtech, then not only do you have like this stitch is like almost a $500 knife, right? Like $479 or whatever it is. It's not a bad idea to be like, all right, I have a barter item now, right? Not only do I have a tool that I can use, whatever, but if typically if I'm carrying an auto knife, I'm gonna have another knife on me. I don't like. Hey, shout out to all the people that are following me on Rumble, man. Thank you, appreciate you. I'm literally getting the notifications as we're live here. I usually don't go live on my phone. This is a totally like chill, unmonetized, just kind of spur of the moment live stream. But yo, that combat Truden, the combat. Oh man, dude, this thing is a monster. Signature series. Good luck finding one of these for less than a G stack. That right there is a barter item. Yeah, I mean, Microtechs are where it's at, but I don't know. I mean, I have never been in any situation where a Microtech that I have, the tack knives, $140 blade. Actually, when you use code DARK, you get 20% off. So less than $140, $150 blade. I've never had a situation where, this Microtech can do, so much more than this knife. So it's all preference. For real though, I usually don't carry auto knives. I like them. I enjoy them. Cobra Techs too. These things are fire. These are solid, and they're usually about the same, 150 or so bucks. This is the one that my daughter has claimed for when she grows up. I love the blue. I mean, y'all know I love blue. I love the blue hardware on this, but this has inlays of abalone. So that is abalone stone inlay in the D2 blade, abalone stone in the button. This thing is pretty fire. My daughter loves this, and she's like, when I grow up, can I have that knife? I was like, all right, I'll get it for you. These are solid blades, though. These Cobra Techs, these things are solid. The action is money. I actually considered selling these on DLD Hardware. I'm getting ready to put some more stuff up on DLD Hardware. You know what else I got that I was actually pretty surprised at? The Cobra Techs. This is a Cobra Tech right here. And this thing is pretty fire. This is a D2 tool steel as well. And it's like an arrowhead. I kind of like, you could use it like as a punch dagger like this, but I kind of like if you choke up on it a little bit in the middle of the knuckle, you have a little bit more, precision and accuracy with your cuts. This thing is money. I like this a lot. Clips onto your belt. Actually, it didn't come with the tech lock. I put the tech lock on. And of course, I used only the highest of quality hardware on on that right there. But even though I got, stupid money into all these OTF knives, I mean, honestly, right in front of me right now is probably 2,500. Well, let's see. Okay, so like a G 800, so it's 1,800. Really, it's 1,200. So 18. So $2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. 556. We said, damn, I probably got like $3,500 worth of OTFs just in front of me right now, and my knife collection is over there. And I'm not trying to like brag. I've been collecting forever. And shout out to Tack Knives for supporting and giving knives to me to give away to y'all. I've always done my best to put you guys on, but for real, when it comes to like EDC, because I can't just pull out my piece right now. Blade wise, I'll say that blade wise, I'm gonna be rocking a folder and something like this. So this actually opens up as you pull it out of your pocket, right? You can catch it on the back of your pocket, so it actually is ready as you bring it out. Something like this. Boy, this thing is mean. That's the unzipper right there. But there are also some downsides to this too. If you're rocking a blade like this, first off, it's a flat grind. So eventually this edge will go away, right? At some point. It will still be useful to some degree, right? But because it's a flat grind, it has a shorter lifespan on the edge. But anyway, you can cut with this, you can rip with this, you can tear with this. Of course, we're talking about like Amazon boxes, things like that, right? Meat for the barbecue, um, long pork. Oh, sorry. But anyway, this can't really puncture as easily as some other knives too. So if you're using some of these tools for like defensive situations, some of these other blades that I like to carry. This is a good one. This is a good one. Here, I'll show you guys. Oh, classic. I can't not show you guys this one too. Okay, so some of these. So the Cold Steel Frenzy, I love this one partly because shout out to my guys over at um oh my goodness. How am I forgetting? It's oh my goodness. Snaggletooth. Jeez, I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't even remember. Snaggletooth. So they make a little snaggletooth piece here to where there's like Emerson's, right? Emerson's have the little pocket wave. A lot of the blades that come from, I just had the shit here. Oh, a lot of the blades that come from Cold Steel have pocket waves like that. And some may recognize this. I'll show it in a second. It's got a pocket wave on it. So a lot of these blades I love carrying, but they don't have pocket waves. So what Snaggletooth did is they actually are giving you the ability to add a pocket wave as an add-on feature, and I love that. So with the pocket wave, T for Tejas, what's up, brother? With the pocket wave, when it's in your pocket, you grab the knife, you start to pull it out of your pocket, and it opens as you draw it out, if you choose to. Or you pull it away from the seam of your pocket and pull it out, just so you can open it more traditionally, like that. But naturally, y'all know I'm all about blue. This is a beauty. Yeah, that's that Warney. I know you're all about those Warnies too. And this is S35VN. Yeah, S35VN. This is one of the Taiwanese cold steels. They will not be making the frenzies anymore in the future, so keep that in mind. Act accordingly. Um, when you're carrying a knife, I'm not saying like, oh, don't carry an OTF because they're good knives, but just recognize the limitations of an OTF. And in my mind, this may seem crazy. In my mind, OTFs are secondary knives. They're utilitarian knives. So compromise elsewhere, because I would much rather carry a folder. This one's pretty dope. Okay, hold up. Well, I'll stick with the theme. Hold on. So I'll show you this. So this one is the cheapest way to get your hands on an Emerson. Okay. So this is an Emerson Kershaw mashup. These used to be like $30. You could get them all day for like $29.99. And you could use the disc right there as a thumb stud, right, to open it up. And this one has, they got this knife in every single style blade you could think of. But this one is a very like exaggerated upswept blade. I've kind of beaten the dog-ish out of this one. But this is a great blade. It's inexpensive. It was inexpensive. And it also has the pocket wave feature on it. So as you're drawing it out of your pocket, it opens up and you could go to work and open your Amazon packages very quickly with this one. So that one is first off Amazon, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. However, y'all know I like these large blades, right? This is a 5.5-inch blade right here. These crazy exaggerated, swoopy blades that can be used like, do the chickens have large talons? Um, but there's just something about a very large blade. This is probably one of the most useful knives in existence. This is the Cold Steel Raja 2. I used to have a Raja 1, which is this same knife, but it's all machined aluminum with black micarta, black linen micarta scales. So this, when you pull this thing out the pocket, this is a folding 6-inch kukri. All right. So this is a monster. It's like 14 inches when you open it. 6, 7, 30. So it's like 13 and a half inches when you open it. But this thing is a beast, man. But nowadays, man, these are so often counterfeited that it's hard to find. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to find a good one. You just buy it from a reputable source. That's all I'm saying. This thing is dope because you can. It's got these little pieces right here to where you can choke up on it, do some like close-in work if you need to, do some whittling, or you could just choke back on it, or choke all the way down and swing this thing like a baseball bat. I mean, you could take this and literally baton through a log with it if you needed to. This locking mechanism, which you'll see, is on every single. So you see that pin right there? How all of these cold steel knives lock directly up to a pin. Let me show. Where's the other one? Here it is. So this is the Black Talon 2. You'll see how it backs up to a pin. So traditionally, you'll see that for liner locks, the lock and the blade have direct contact. So this, for an example, this is the Emerson Kershaw mashup. The lock is directly impacting the knife or the blade, right? So the more pressure you apply to the blade, the more pressure the lock receives, which means the more potential you have of that failing. However, with these designs, this is the triad lock. It was, I believe, there's been some controversy with this. I believe Andrew Dimko was the one that created the triad lock. The triad lock is basically where you have the locking mechanism here. It's a lock back knife, right? You have the locking mechanism here. You have the blade here, and they install a pin. So 2, 4, sometimes even 6 millimeter. I think 4 millimeters. 4 millimeter steel pin right there, right? So it would have to surpass, like, in this case, I think it's like 475 pounds to break either the chassis and the whole, handle and all that, to break through that pin, for the pin to fail, to even start contacting the lock. So you just have a massive amount of strength in a folder, which is not common. Usually you don't have that much strength in a folding blade. So they've done some really dope stuff, and they catch a lot of flack, man. A lot of people give Cold Steel a lot of shit for what they do, but man, they're just always innovating, always coming out with cool stuff, and you cannot hate on their videos. More Beta Prince, what's up, fam? Spin 360, what up? One Car Fast, good to see you. Which knife is best for self-defense? Man, the options are endless. So it depends on a lot of different aspects. Of course, you need to look into and explore like your state, your local laws and all that. Make sure that what you're carrying is lawful, and then evaluate from there. I say if you can't carry a fixed blade, go with a folder. And if you look at, so think of, first off, carry a gun, okay? Carrying a knife for self-defense is an ineffective tool. But if you ever had to draw a knife in a self-defense situation, usually you've failed in a lot of other areas to get to that point anyway. But we all know that if you're carrying a knife, there's a possibility that you may need to use it. If you're, let's say you're in a situation, you draw your handgun. Most of us here carry handguns. Montana, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Let's say you're carrying your handgun, you draw your handgun, and you get in a fight for the handgun. I mean, if you have another hand free where you're not going to be deleting yourself by grabbing your knife, go for your knife, or go for your chemical spray, right? You know, OC them in the face, mouth, nose, eyes, head, bottom, bite their ear off, whatever you got to do. Take your flashlight, smash them in the face with it, whatever you got to do. Or just, you know, don't ever let anyone get close to you with a gun. Anyway, my thing would be a knife is a utilitarian tool that also could potentially, if need be used as a tool for self-defense. So it depends. I would say use a folder if you can't carry a fixed blade, but I do like carrying small fixed blades like this too. And look, I'm not the knife guy, right? I'm a gun guy. Yang's Realm DLD. I had my friend kick a soccer ball at me, and I tried stabbing it with the folding blade. The locking mechanism broke and came back in my pointing finger. My finger was dangling. Stay safe, y'all. Yo. Okay, first off, what kind of knife? I would love to know what kind of knife. Secondly, why would you ever do that? I get it, right? Like, it's kind of like the 21-foot rule, right? Morningstar, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Salty Bacon, what up? You seem nice to me, man. You know, I do my best. I close every single live stream that I do with be kind, right? Be compassionate, live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive, right? It's, you know, that's kind of the whole thing. But then, of course, rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. So make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. Katanas, man, I actually have a katana right here. No, so this actually is a katana. The model is a katana from Tack Knives. If you use code DARK, you get 20% off. These are dope. Katanas for modern day use. I don't know. Outside of The Walking Dead with Michonne, I can't think of another use for a katana. If that's your thing, it's your thing. But to try to make it your thing in 2024, I would become skilled with other weapons, in my opinion. Sword does beat knife. Here's what. Okay, so this is important. To be honest, I would use a katana for a pick. Okay, so hear me out real quick. So the reason, because people are like, "Oh, Dark, why are you rocking these huge knives? Like, are you trying to overcompensate?" Or I mean, whatever. Like, probably every man is, right? But no, it's not. It's not for this like huge. You know, oh, I need to have a real big blade so I can cut stuff. No, here's the deal. When you are looking at what you want in a knife, you don't just want a knife like, okay, so just this is the only like normal one I have in front of me right now. So having a normal sized knife gives you normal sized results. What you really want in a knife is you want something that's going to give you standoff, distance, and give you leverage. So by you being able to choke all the way down and swing this thing and chop, or using like the flicking of your wrist to slice, spend time like if you ever get the opportunity to spend time actually using your blades, right? You want something that's going to give you distance. You want to create more void between you and whatever bad thing it is. Just use a gun, right? Carry a handgun, carry a firearm. If you absolutely cannot carry a firearm, I would not want to be on the other side of this, right? Like, even when I just opened it up and went like this, I was looking at that picture like, ooh, that that looks a little intimidating, right? But it gives you distance, it gives you leverage, but also the geometry of the blade is so important. Like, there are so many times that I've seen, let me get, okay, going back to this one, clip points and a lot of other standard style blades, clip points and just like, you know, standard bellies of drop point, clip point like that, they will literally bounce off of clothing. So you could take it to a jacket or a sweater or a North Face and, swing it from a distance like that. It will not even go through the clothing. However, if you more directly have a very, very sharp point and the angle is right and you get a good flick and there's more, yeet behind it, there's more leverage and weight in swinging, and you can create that distance, then that's the knife that you want. You want the knife that's going to give you the ability to create distance, leverage, and use as a tool of self-defense if you ever needed to. But again, firearms are for self-defense. Knives are for utilitarian tasks. However, if need be, this could double as, as a self-defense item. The trick is in my opinion, this is only my very simple, smooth brain opinion. If you're going to be using a blade potentially for self-defense, which any knife could be used for self-defense, I would use one where the point of the blade would be angled at the target. Okay, so for an example, this and this, the point of the blade would be, this would be bouncing off of clothing. It'd be very difficult to get through. This is a knife that would be more effective like this, okay? Whereas something like this, if one were to become very skilled with something like the Wharncliffe style blade, you could very easily swing the knife and hit very important areas that are, from a physiological standpoint, should not be opened up. That's all I'm saying. Nate D, what up? Oh, I'm always standing. A lot of people don't know this. In almost every single live stream I do, I'm standing. I'm literally standing. Go back and look in every single live stream. You can kind of see me going like this, going from side to side. You know what I'm saying? Here, let me get a couple other ones here. Here you go. All right, so I got a few drawers of blades over here. So there's one I do want to show off, and then I got like 4 or 5 more I want to show off, okay? So this is one that I actually came across that was kind of an oddball pickup. So this is a Kaiser, and this was okay, you're talking about on 2 feet. Yeah. So this Kaiser is and what is it? Hold on, I want to see what the name of it is. I forgot it's the Kaiser XL. Okay. So this is like $110, $120 knife that I think they mispriced at a local gun shop. And when you see, like, I walked in and I saw it hanging up there open, and it's just like this big chopper, right? Like it is a massive, hefty, big, like it's just got that chop, like I could literally go downstairs and cut carrots with it, right? And this is a dope blade. It is CO1C. Hold on. This is 154 cm steel, and man, it's on bearings, so it's just so crazy smooth. That is with the heft of that blade working against me, okay? If gravity is aiding, I mean, it is just crazy smooth. But having that tip is, the tip is what you would need to introduce to said target, Soldier Girl, where you been at? Good to see you. So a couple other things. So I'll give a couple other. Here's a Cobra Tech. This is an auto as well. And this is a D2 tool steel. This is still virgin. It's actually never cut anything. So it's a button auto. Very, very smooth. I think this is on ceramic or I don't know, whatever. But the reason why it's never cut anything, the reason why it's never been carried is because of this. So I put this in my hand and I grabbed it, right? When I grabbed it, I said, man, I wonder if when you squeeze it, it would, uh-oh. So if you have it in the reverse grip and you squeeze it hard enough, it will literally close on your fingers. Imagine this thing closing on your fingers, like dude in the chat earlier just said. Dude, I love this knife, but unless I'm going to, in 0.3 seconds or less, be able to pull the knife, turn off the safety, deploy it, turn on the safety, and then adjust your grip. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. And that's the only way that button is not going to, fire. And if the button, if you have it open and you squeeze it hard enough, that thing is going to fold on your fingers and it will make a nice little finger sandwich, which we don't like that. But aside from that, from a utilitarian standpoint, this is an excellent knife. D2 tool steel. This is very affordable. It's like a $99 Cobra Tech, which is just dope. And Cobra Tech is the same company that makes this guy right here, right? Cobra Tech also makes the Beauty right here. And Cobra Tech also makes this one that I showed you guys earlier, also D2 as well. So they do some cool stuff, and I'm all about them, but you better make sure you become very comfortable with your equipment, test your equipment, see where the failure points are, and go from there. Blades like these, this is also Attack Knives. I like these, and I would never, even though I love little knives, it's just it's not my thing. I can't carry that. This would probably be the smallest I could carry. This is also a Warncliffe. Again, point towards target, right? These are great. Love those. However, there's one more big one I got to show you. So this is the Cold Steel Luzon. I guess it's Luzon. It's weird. It's like a French name. Anyway, so it has a flipper, but also because they have, it's like a hilt, right? They have it on the other side too. So as it's in your pocket, when you draw it, you can catch it on your pants, just like the other pocket waves, right? This is a traditional clip point, and the cool thing about this is it's a liner lock. However, they have a lock on the side that is steel, which you push up, and look what that does. It literally locks the liner lock from moving. So you could go through and bang, 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 baton that shit through, a piece of wood, a 2x4, whatever. And in theory, it should not move until you disengage the lock and then fold. But this is another one that, like, when I got this, they were like $45. Now they're becoming to be a little bit more difficult to find in the 6-inch version. But also, clip point, I typically don't carry unless you have that leverage and that ability to whip. Your cuts are going to be probably bouncing off of clothes, jackets, and stuff like that. There we go. But yeah, this is a cool blade. This is 8CR13 MOV. And when it comes to fixed blades, a lot of people, somebody's about to get jealous. I'm just gonna throw this out there real quick, okay? Somebody's about to get jealous. If you are, I saw some people talking about CRKT. If you are a CRKT fan, left-handed trigger finger 244. That one's nice. My type of knife. Hell yeah, that's what's up. You can find them. They're out there. They're on eBay usually for sub $50. Sorry. Okay, so if you're a fan of CRKT, then you're probably a big fan of the Flat Dark Earth Hisatsu. This This blade right here is extremely rare. And the cool thing about this is not only does it come in FDE, the whole blade is FDE, the Kydex sheath is FDE, and I also have, for my Galco shoulder holsters, I have a flat unit. I'll just show you. Hold on. So for the Galco shoulder holsters, oh, where is it? Where is it? Hold up. Hold on. I got it somewhere. Oh, come on. Don't make a fool out of me. Hold on. I think it's on the other side of my closet here. Oh, man. Come on. Oh, well. Sometimes you just can't find stuff when you want to show it off. Sorry. So what it is for the Galco shoulder holsters, on the other side where you have your magazines, so like, you draw your handgun if you're right-handed from your left side, right? You draw boom, 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 and then you pull magazines from this side. You can remove the magazine portion and you can replace it with a big leather strap that has holes all in it, so you can mount something like this under there, hanging like this. So you can always run your magazines on your belt. You can also attach your magazines to that leather, bracket thing. But that way you could literally draw this blade from your shoulder. Sorry. So you could actually draw this from your shoulder rig. So, ooh, look at that. Columbia River Knife and Tool, CRKT, and this is the Hisatsu. Bless you. But this is a fire knife. It's kind of more like a shank, but yo, look at how thick this thing is. Here, let me see if I can. This thing is freaking solid, man. But it's very shanky. It's very shanky. But dude, this knife could do work, and you can hide it pretty well, you know what I'm saying? But this knife is fire, man. They're very difficult to find. If you find a black one, get it. If you find an FDE, buy 2 of them. Because I don't even know if they make these anymore. But this thing is just, when you talk about slashes, man, you can just fire off slashes crazy fast with this thing. Very wieldable, very solid knife. But the thing is, sorry, the whole reason I was bringing this up is to say this, that when people think of fixed blades, they think of knives this size, right? But keep in mind, I already showed you guys, there's little fixed blades like this guy right here, right? Very small punch dagger that can be used as a punch dagger all the way up there, or kind of rock it in the middle to have a little bit more, maneuverability. However, what I like are the little guys. So you could actually rock something like this on your belt at like the 11 o'clock side, especially if you're carrying appendix. If you're carrying a handgun appendix at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and you're carrying an extra magazine at like 11 o'clock, then on the outside of your belt, having something like this, then you could grab it with your right hand, right? This is the mini tack, one of the mini tacks. This is the clip point mini tack from Cold Steel. Or you could also grab it from your left hand too. And these knives are dirt cheap. You could probably get them right now for like 30, 40 bucks. These are good knives to have. But if you are a lover of the Japanese style, of the um, whatever, Pacific, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Um, you can pick up a little baby blade like this. This is a Tanto. I think this is called, this is the Kyoto. Uh, Kyoto. But this is a really, really cool knife. Very sleek. I love that Tantos have 2 points. They're excellent at penetration. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool because they make it look like a wrapped handle, but it's just rubber. It's just you know, squishy rubber, but it's very comfortable. And because of the size, you can mount it on your belt horizontally up front, grab it with your right hand, or on the other side, grab it with your left hand. And it's, in my opinion, good to have a knife on your belt that you can grab from your right hand or your left hand, because you never know, God forbid, you know, you're in a situation. It's good to be able to reach it from both sides and not have to reach your hand all the way around to the other side or whatever. But in my opinion, in my humble, is that UK legal? Bro, I don't know of any knives that are UK legal. Didn't the UK ban like butter knives and kitchen knives? Dog, like I literally just, okay, so just on my desk right now is probably life in jail from from anyone in the UK. That's probably literal life in jail, and I'm not even halfway through. And honestly, this isn't even a whole lot of my collection. But to be fair, I've also been collecting for like years and years and years and years, like over a decade. So please understand that I am not a wealthy man. I just don't ever sell anything. Oh man, and then look at these bad boys. You gotta love the biggins. Nate D, my guy. Uh, Thank you for the super chat. Nate D says that penetration boy. He said righty or lefty, don't even matter. Absolutely, man. You got to. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you, man. Nate D, always coming through. What it do? But anyway, my point was that I don't know anything about the legalities in the UK, and I would just say this: if in the UK it's illegal to carry a knife, and if you're carrying a knife, you know what? Let me not even say the UK. If anywhere it's illegal to carry a knife, and you would, in theory, get arrested and maybe even charged with a felony, misdemeanor or felony, if you were carrying a knife, then in my opinion, I'm just saying me, I would just carry a gun, because it's likely the same penalties for carrying a gun that it would be to carry a knife. In California, like I've talked to and heard from some folks out there that are like, dude, the penalties for carrying an illegal knife are so severe that we just illegally carry guns instead, because it's a misdemeanor, while carrying some forms of certain knives are felonious charges. You know what I'm saying? Zombie knife. DLD before dark. I know, Agorizer. It's crazy. Good to see you. Uh, that's prison in the UK. I have 4 auto knives, and they're only illegal if you carry outside. Yeah. So that's the other thing. Sorry, I missed a bunch of chat, y'all. That's the other thing. A lot of times you're so I could purchase this, right? I could carry this prior to Virginia changing their laws on carrying of auto knives. You could purchase it all day, right? But if you go outside and carry it, you're in trouble. However, thank God, this past January, um, our governor was finally like, yo, it's super whack that we can't carry auto knives. So the bill landed on his desk, and he did what he said he was going to do, and he voted that ish out. Or, well, he killed the stupid law that didn't make sense anyway. Like, a knife like this is not more dangerous than a knife like this. Like there is no difference. And it's also cool in Virginia because, for an example, um, I can lawfully carry this 14-inch folding kukri. I can literally walk around with this lawfully in my pocket and not have any concern. Because if it is a manual folder, which this is indeed a manual folder, you could walk around with a folding saw if you wanted to in Virginia. Because as long as it's a manual folder, then there's no length limit. There's no blade length limit on a manual folder. Only on auto or assisted knives. But even then, it's like something stupid. I don't know. Honestly, I just carry what I want and I see what happens. But the dope thing about this is that even though, yes, it's a manual folder that you'd have to open like this, because it has the pocket wave on it, if I have this in my pocket, I can swoop, open it like that. And that is a terrifying. I mean, the whole thing is terrifying. If somebody were to just yeet this out of their pants and you hear snap, and they're like, first off, I'm gonna draw my handgun. If someone's coming at you with something like this, I'm gonna draw my handgun. This is probably not the best returning live stream when I just recently got my content removed on YouTube. Hey, thank you for whoever is hitting the fire emojis and likes and all that stuff, man. I appreciate you. One Love Design, my guy, thank you. I am mortified. Big Five has a cool pocket axe. Oh, that's what's up, dude. I love pocket axes. I wish I could pull one off, man. You know, um, it's fine. YouTube never bans or suspends people. Dude, I have spent so much time with sitting strikes on YouTube. It is insane. For the first two years of existence, um, Dallas, what up? Thank you for coming and hanging out. Mark Tucka, Mopka, Damian Christ, what's up, fam? Let me shout you guys out. Morningstar, Clint Eastwood, Ron Bear, what's up, fam? Zanti Misfit, Carolina Lynch, welcome. Aggie, my guy Aggie, and you'll see this is the same. This is my usual spot that I stream from, but it's a different angle. Usually, whoa, almost dropped it. Usually, you guys are used to seeing me horizontal. It won't let me do it. It keeps it keeps trying to stop me. Got that MP fever, that 10 millimeter, and that neater. Beautiful heaters. Look at that. Of course, I'm not handling it because handling it would be a no-no. These are just some things I have chilling. That Glock 40. That Glock 40. Yo, look at that thing, man. Which I am not handling because I wouldn't handle it because that would be a no-no. That is the that Glock 40, that problem solver. That's the Glock 40 10 millimeter, which is a 6.01 inch barrel in 10 millimeter. That thing is a burr killer. Killing burr. That's the AP5 with the binary trigger and Samosh on there. Hey, and if we got any Gerber lovers out there, if we got any Gerber lovers out there, who can tell me what this is? Who can tell me what model this is? So some folks out there, man, when I was a kid, Gerbers were like the blade to carry, mostly because they were good, sturdy knives that you could get for a reasonable cost at Wally World, right? This is a very special. Here, let me go back here. Hey, Evan Budzinski, what's up, fam? Good to see you. DB Cooper, what up? The launch is Kershaw Kershaw has the Launch series that is their auto knives. This is the Gerber 06 Fast. So it has a safety on it, but similar to an axis lock, this is, here, I gotta do it from the lefty side. You just barely touch and it opens up. So the difference here between a spring assisted knife and a spring operated knife is, think of it like this. I mean, this is probably the best way to explain it. So this right here, you actually are touching the blade, and through the use of a thumb stud, or like you guys see the flippers, right? The flippers, you are actually touching the blade to open it, right? Whereas, man, that thing is so hefty, hefty, hefty. Here, I'll do it this way. Gravity. You're touching the blade, right? This one isn't spring assisted, but I'm just trying to give an example. This is spring assisted. So I'm actually opening the blade by using the blade, and it is assisted by a spring. However, a spring operated design is using a button where the spring shoots out the blade. Or this, for an example, this is also spring operated. This is an auto knife. So that button right there fires it. If, however, it had a thumb stud or a flipper, and I were to push the blade, and then the blade is assisted by a spring, that's different. So hopefully that'll help you guys if you have certain laws or restrictions in certain states and you're not able to carry certain knives. Let's say you can't carry a spring operated knife, but you can carry a spring assisted knife. The Gerber 06 Fast is a good option as well. And even though they're typically pretty expensive, they do have an auto version of this, but even though they're pretty expensive, secondhand on eBay, you can get them for pretty cheap. I think I got this one for like 40 bucks. But this one has been modified by somebody who thinks they know what they're doing. They ground down the other side of the thumb thumb screw, whatever. They did a bunch of weird stuff, man. It looked like they tried to like color fill the whatever, but I took it. They cut the pocket clip to where it didn't have the third hole screwed in. Like, people do such crazy stuff. I swear they think they're Dremel Smiths and they just go nuts with the Dremel. Like, why would you ever hack off that third screw point? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Or maybe, I don't know. The reasoning behind that, like, I'll never get. I want less security on my pocket clip. I would like to remove one of those screws. Like, what? And never ever discount the usage of a little attitude changer right there on the pummel. I'm getting ready to head out in just a second, y'all. Oh, and I totally forgot. Again, shout out to Tack Knives. Use code DARK, you get 20% off. This thing is fire right here. Have you ever seen an OTF karambit? I mean, that's pretty crazy. I don't know. And it's in D2. D2. Do you want the D2? Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I don't know. It's not my thing. This is also a virgin blade. Never cut anything. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool, but it's not something that I would roll around with personally. It does have a really cool rubberized texture all over it, though. Like, the whole thing is rubberized. You know? Yeah. Anyway, so that's knives. I wasn't even planning on having a conversation about knives, but alas, here we are. The conversation we should be having is, if you need a flashlight, you need to holler at the boys at Goonbeam, because Goonbeam has one of the best tactical lights, and this is only one of them. There's so many other models. I don't know why I don't have There is another model that you can't tell anybody that I have. Yes, I got a purple anodized one with a pink string. Do not tell anyone because Goombeam will never make another one of those. But this thing is pushing like 2,200. Look at that glow in the dark. Hold on. Let's get it glowing right here. So this is a glow in the dark O-ring right there, which I just always thought was so cool. Goombeam has some of the best stuff out there, man. I think, yeah, all my other Goombeams are on the table over there. Here, I'll grab one. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Is this a Goombeam too? Yep. 4 Goombeams. Okay, so they have the small EDCs, which you can put this little doohickey on there. I forgot what it's called, but some people run, apparently there's like some crazy like jujitsu way to run this stuff. I don't run it correctly, whatever. But it's a great little punchy piece, you know. So this is one of their EDCs. This is an indestructible EDC with 3 settings. It's actually programmable to like 12 different types of settings, but you see the photonic focus of the beam there, how tight that is in the center? That's called candela. And the higher the candela, the more focused the beam is in the center. And you still get some spill. All that around it is the spill, but you could probably cook an egg with this thing. Then, of course, you have the assault flashlight. This thing is so gangster. Man, this thing is crazy bright. And you could also attach it to a rifle. He does have specific like rifle lights, but you could attach this to a rifle if you wanted to. But I just like it as a good standalone handheld. And for those ladies and gentlemen out there, if you don't, if you know, you know. If you don't know what that is, I kind of look like a Terminator with that thing on. My iPhone picks it up. Yo, that's crazy. So if you know what that is, then you know. Yes, Ron Bayer, you get it. A punchy knob. Yes, this is an IR light. And Goombeam is working on some infrared stuff that is crazy, bro. Crazy. Yeah, so shout out to them. If you use code DARK on Goombeam, then you do save money. I think you save 10%, maybe more. I don't know. But also that supports the channel, just so y'all know. I'm just throwing that out there. There are some other things. What did I not show? I didn't show something else. Where was this? This one I showed, right? That's Tech Knives. This one I showed, I said I wasn't really a fan of. It's cool. It's like the UTX 75, I think. It's like the size of like one of the Microtechs, but it's just a little too small. And if it wasn't so slick and small, then I wouldn't have as much of an issue with it. So there's that. Now, there was something else I was going to show y'all. Whoa, careful, careful. Oh, okay. So one thing that I actually talked to, I forgot about this. Bam. What? It doesn't even make sense to my eyes. Bam. How are you doing that? Does Goombeam make blue lights? Yes, they do. They literally do. And you may see that this is not only a Goombeam, it's a DLD beam. I'm just saying. So I spoke to Shane, the owner of Tack Knives, and we were talking about some stuff. And I was like, bro, you know what you should start carrying? It's something that I used to see back in the day all the time, but I haven't seen them for sale in a very long time. Farmer James, what's up, brother? Good to see you. And I said, it would be really dope if you brought back the OTF spikes. And they did. So now you can get the OTF spikes on Tack Knives as well. These are just cool, man. They're just like unreasonably strong. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm trying to think of like how does it, I don't know. I don't need to know how it works. I just know that it works. And you can keep it on like in your pocket at work. Pull that thing out. If you want to cover it up, then literally just whoop, swoop, and you can block the little fire button, right? It's not exactly going to look like a pin. I mean, it looks like a OTF spike, right? But then you slide this to show the button. Boom. You have a little spiky spike. And this right there is to create a little pocket to let stuff come out. You know, if you were to be hog hunting and need to kind of, anyway, yeah, it's got some cool features. Sorry, I've been totally ignoring chat. I'm a bad man. Dang, I'm tearing up my desk. It's tearing up my desk when I OTF you. Dude, the DLD weapon light is fire. I also, and thank you, by the way, I also have a DLD rifle light too, which is way more focused. And that thing is, it's crazy with the blue light. I mean, like, I don't even know. I don't know. It just, don't get in trouble with them. I had them for sale on DLD hardware, but dude, that's crazy. Look at that blue. Oh, come on. Hang on. Let me show you all the blue Bane. Bro, look at that thing. It's like a lightsaber. When you go out at night and you shine this thing up in the sky, you can literally see like it's like just a beam, just like straight up, just like a literal cylindrical beam you can see going up into the sky. It's insane. Oh, Jedi. The Armsman, what up? I want a 6-stick from Badass 2. From Badass 2. You mean from Kick-Ass? I will not be ignored. My bad, my battery's dying. Zombie poker. Imagine that, but with a hollow spike. Yo, okay, so Microtech actually made one of those. I forgot what it's called, but it is like a titanium straw, and they just like cut like an angle off of it. So at the front of it, it's like this sharp titanium straw. If you were to plug the right spot, it would just be like a spigot. It would just be insane. And it would just work exactly like a straw does, but in reverse. Like a sprinkler, like it would be like that. Straight from the neck. Zanti, good to see you, bro. Morningstar. Let's see. Baptized in Fire. What up? Farmer James, Morningstar. Hey, Tavinho. DB Cooper, good to see you. So DB Cooper, keep an eye out. Okay? Keep an eye out. Dark, it's been 2 days. Where's my merch? just wait. It's coming. Spin 360. Yes, iOS cams detect IR. Absolutely. Who else is in here? Agorizer. Good to see you. Oh, what's the question? Agorizer. What do you say? Tonight? What about tonight? I don't know if I think it may only be showing me top chat. Let's see. Oh, Agorizer. I will not be ignored. Okay, what? Am I missing something? Project Blue Beam. That's great. I do have a guest coming on tonight. I have a guest that is a CAD daddy in the gun CAD community. And he is a very exciting individual. And he makes... I'll put it this way. Every single thing that he has made in the 3D gun CAD community has a name it's named by food items. I'll just say that. So if you guys are familiar with like the apple pie or the maybe I've said too much mac and cheese. Maybe I've said too much. I won't say anything else. But if you love Little Mac 11s turned into very, very capable PDWs. If you love the apple pie, the apple fritter, and all those dope things, then you're gonna love this. Let's see. I pierced my ears again last night. What? Why would you do that? It's 2024. I still got holes in my ears. I don't know if you can tell, but this one actually like recently got like infected, bro. Can you see that little dot, bro? It's crazy. Yeah, but men in 2024, I don't think we should pierce our ears anymore, bro. And you know what? I may hook a homie up. If we got people out there rocking a Beretta, if you rock a Beretta, and like I'm mostly running Glocks on my kit, so like my gun belt and my plate carrier and all that stuff, most of that is Glock kit. However, I still have a Safariland holster for a Beretta. Now I have transitioned, I guess that's weird to say nowadays. I've personally transitioned to the SLS Ranger holster so I can carry my Beretta with a light because it's an M9A3 with a rail, so I can carry it with a light. However, I may get a little something going for people in the DLD community. If you carry a Beretta and you're looking for a Safariland holster, QLS compatible holster, SLS holster, I may do something to find a way to give it to people that would actually use it. So if you don't run a Beretta, there's no sense to have you guys. But dude, look at that dope foliage green. It's got the suede interior. It's got the wing. I mean, and SLS holsters are solid. And this thing has had some use. I mean, I've done a gang of training events with it, and it's been awesome. But if you carry a Beretta and you're interested, fire off like a 1 in chat or something like that. This would be a great holster to keep in your, in your kit. And I did remove the QLS because I'm running that on another holster. Actually, you know what? I'm literally running it. I think this is the one that was on there. This is the QLS on this 92 holster. You can see there's a little bit of a difference in size. This is literally twice the size, but this thing is street fire. But anyway, if you're interested, fire off a 1 in chat. And if you want a Beretta holster, not just any holster, a Safariland holster that you can run on your gear, on your kit, on your gun belt, on your plate carrier, whatever. Yeah, the Ranger holster, man. If I could carry the Beretta on the regular, this thing is just so fire, man. I love the SLS. It's just such a good positive retention. The only thing is, I really wish this was SLS and ALS, because from a weapon retention standpoint, you kind of gotta have both. In almost every situation I've seen where somebody got in a tussle for their sidearm, the SLS hood was up and off, but the ALS kept the gun in the holster. And I'm like, dang, I should probably rock that. But honestly, if anyone gets close enough, they're going to have different problems. But anyway, yeah. Okay, Farmer James. Let's see, Ron Bear. I would need to buy a Beretta, though. That's funny. Let's see. I got a PX4 on order. So this won't work with a PX4, unfortunately, but PX4 Storms are pretty cool. PX4 and CX4. Is that a Luigi? Damian Christ. Oh, you rock a Beretta too, Damian Christ. So maybe I can take a little group of people and just do a giveaway just with them. Well, at least I've got the Glock Safariland. Dude, Safariland is superior to most other things on the market. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Morningstar, tell Dark to send you the last one. I can fix this one if I need to. Hold on. That's what knives and second guns are for. Send me. Oh yeah, bro, you could totally have it. So I wasn't able to get it fixed. Nate D was incredibly like full chatted, like awesome, and he literally sent it to me. And if you want it, it's yours. I just assumed that Nate D threw like an Apple AirTag in there. Has just been tracking me and listening to me this whole time. I'm just playing. Yeah, I just couldn't get it to work. But bro, it's all yours. It was a gift given to me. Nate D has always been super supportive, helpful. I was in a dire situation. Yo, you guys remember when everything, we'll just say everything first happened and I was having to go between and the computer, it was here and there and here and there. Woo, man, we've come so far. We've come so far. Now I have a computer just for me and mine. I got a mic, a Shure SM7B. I got a whole setup. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy DLD After Dark. Now today we're going to talk about, stuff like that. So I got the whole setup over here now. So yeah, if you want the computer, it's yours, man. Compliments of Nate D, by the way. And since you're in VA, just make a day of it. Come holler at me, man. I'm not too far from you. It's an older Dell with 14 and 18 inch screen. 14 and 18 inch. Wow. I booted up the other I got, and apparently the Windows copies were bad. I really need to separate my things. Yeah, dude, it's yours if you want it. Just grabbed the 92X, new but nice. Dude, actually, you know what? I think Gabber Piet also just recently got said he got a 92X. And Damien, I think recently, Damien said he was trying to build some crazy, what's that zombie flick where the chick kills all the Resident Evil? I think he's trying to build like a crazy Resident Evil Beretta too. But I think you submitted M9A4 is fire. But okay, so hear me out on this. Man, I wish I could just pick these up and just show you, So some of the main differences between the M9A3 and the M9A4 are: one, the magazines hold 18+1 as opposed to 17+1. So if you have an M9A3 or even a 92FS or an M9 or whatever, M9A1, just buy Beretta M9A4 magazines and you got 18+1. They're all compatible. Anything after the 92S, which has the lower magazine release in the bottom of the gun. So the 92FS and beyond, the 92FS, the M9, the M9A1, the M9A3, all that stuff, all of the magazines are completely compatible. Man, shout out. We got 43 likes up in here, man. Shout out to y'all. Let's see if I can get the AI to work in this one. No, it only works on my computer. Anyway, so they're all compatible. So I just would say buy the M9A4 magazines. That's what I did. And now I'm rocking 19 rounds in the Beretta. The other difference, of course, is that the M9A4, the slide, has a mount. Hello. Hey. Zoom. Howdy, neighbor. Anyway, the M9A4 has a slide that has multiple red dot mounting plates that you can use. So you could put red dots on your Beretta and all that. Here's the thing, though. There's like no gear available on the market where you can actually run a red dot in your like on your Beretta holster. So I have not seen quality gear where you can actually run an M9A4 or a Beretta, right, with a red dot on it. I would love to run a red dot on my Beretta, but if I couldn't already like shoot each individual teeth out of a silhouette at 100 yards with the Beretta's iron sights, I would probably go to a red dot. But I'm happy with it the way it is. I got red dots on all of my, other, well, not all of them, but a lot of my other guns that are, I guess, would be considered like my duty guns, my work guns. But just to be clear, I'm just a regular old dirty civilian. That's all I am. I've never served. I've got no Leo, no mill experience, nothing at all. I'm just a dirty civilian that likes to train. I do training events. I do all that. So that's my thing. So when I say work gun or duty gun, I'm just talking about a gun that I use for, training events that I would bet my life on, right? So the Glock on my gun belt right now is a Gen 5 45 MOS with a Holosun SCS. The other gun, which I actually have over here in my sack, is a Shadow Systems XR920C with the Holosun 407 green dot. And then I have this bad boy, which it's basically a Gen 5 45, but it's got a Gen 5 19 slide with an RMR. And see if you can see that glowy back plate right there. Heyo. So there's that, and then also I got my 19X as well, but that's just running irons on it as well. So I'm on the Crumpy. I lurk. I just bought a Beretta APX carry yesterday, and I can't even fire it. The trigger doesn't want to engage. Wow, that sucks, man. Let's see. Dark, you streaming tonight? Yes, I will be streaming tonight. I have a very special guest, and it's a CAD daddy. It is a gun CAD creator, someone who has historically made items that are named after foods, like mac and cheese, apple pie, things like that. My phone is literally dying. I know I usually don't do live streams on my phone. Typically, when you see me, like I showed you before, you're going to see me on camera like this, and I'll have like very good quality on my mic and all that. But that'll be for tonight. So for people that are in here now that have no idea who I am or what I do, congratulations, welcome, and thank you for joining DLD, not After Dark during the day, but usually I do a live show on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about anything from just general love of freedom, independence, and liberty, and firearms, and self-defense, and preparation, and just generally anti-government ramblings. That's basically it. Not anti-government. I can't say we. I believe in limited government. I believe that every single human being has the right, has the natural right that is supposed to be protected by the Constitution to build modern firearms in the privacy of their own home with zero governmental overreach. That's just my thing. That's what I believe. So anyway, if you guys are interested, come and check out my show. It would be awesome. You know what? Actually, it would be dope if you subscribe to my channel. You know why? Because we have some pretty dope conversations. We have some pretty dope guests, and it would be cool if you were to be there. Yes, you, I'm talking about you. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Come and hang out when we do our live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and really every other Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And this little quick gear conversation of blades and oh, look at that thing. Yeet. Oh, man. This is such a beautiful, beautiful knife. How's Dust say it? Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, yeah, come check us out. And even though this isn't the traditional stream, I'll close it the way that I usually do close every other stream. So a couple quick things. Support the companies that support us. Like I've been showing you guys some dope stuff. These blades by Tack Knives. You can get 20% off by Tack Knives if you use code DARK. So show them some love. Goombeam, you can also use code DARK and get some of the dopest flashlights on the planet. I'm saying, look at that thing. It's crazy. And also all these other companies like Gideon Optics, which they're doing some crazy stuff in the industry. Gideon Optics does red dots. They have a 1x prismatic scope. They have some dope second focal plane LPVOs and all sorts of dope stuff. So check them out. If you use code GLOWIES with them, you save 10% off and free shipping. And go to the link tree in the description of my other videos, because I didn't put any description in this, and check it out. Gosh, can't believe people call me while I'm streaming. Anyway, make sure you check it out and show some love. All the other companies that support too. So not only Tack Knives, also Goonbeam, also JSD Supply, Patmos, PR Triggers, Gideon Optics. There we go. Woo! I was frozen for a second. Bam. So guys, show some love, show some support. And sorry, I had to walk over here. So in the end, we're living in tumultuous times. You guys need to make sure that you get right with God, get right with your family. You never know when the last day we're going to have on earth may be. Okay. Is that a Gideon scope? It is. It is. It is absolutely from China. Everything's from China nowadays. Anyway, get right with God, get right with your family. Things are getting crazy right now, man. There's, let me plug this up real quick and I'll bring this over to my little station. Hold on. Hold up. There we go. Okay. So in closing, the last things I'll say, check out our live shows every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And in closing, dude, I've seen mankind, men specifically, become soft, become cowards, not take a stand for what they believe in. It is our job to become warriors of God, all right? We have to take a stand for what we believe in. We have to advertise what we believe in, and we have to hold ourselves and our people that advertise that they believe in the same thing accountable for our actions and our activities. So be men, be strong men, be warriors of God. That's what we're supposed to be. Also, it's important too, at the end of every stream, I close with a few rules. They're just rules that I like to use for myself. But without rules, without holding ourselves to certain standards and expectations, we're nothing. So here's what I encourage you guys to do in closing. Rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive, right? Then rule number 3, my favorite, rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tonight with our special guest, whose name is, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Just come on the show. Watch a Cad Daddy come on the show. We're going to be discussing some fire stuff. Oh, man. It's Middleton Made. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Come on and watch Middleton Made. The NFA is unconstitutional as applied to individuals. Absolutely. My guy, TMC, great to see you. Everyone else, thank you for tuning in. Just a little weird. God bless you. Adelmiro Gonzalez, gracias por tu tiempo. Cuídate. Adios. Me vale verga. I'm just kidding. Bye, guys. Love y'all. How do I even close out of this thing? Hey, C&T Designs and Arms. What's up, brother? Man, look at all you great people in here. Dallas, what up? You too, Mr. BS. Have a good day, Damien Christ. Who speaks Spanish out here? Do y'all even know what I said? Probably not. You too. Have a great day, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Be easy.